then we'll get into the wildcard draws and session standings for Wednesday night in-house Double Jeopardy at the Joint. So, a couple things to draw your attention to. First of all, we have just to point out the winners, those teams that are advancing directly to the Tri-Cups, and winners of next week's playoff match will be advancing to the Tri-Cups. That will be held February 2nd through 4th at Runham Rex. Starting up our spring session next week, many of the same divisions, a couple new divisions. I wanted to point out to you specifically, it's not too late to put in a monthly Masters team on Friday nights. It's also not too late to put in a monthly ladies team on Saturday nights. We're also starting a Saturday night 5 p.m. for the early birds at Michael's up in Woonsocket with their beautiful 3 diamond tables. So that's a max of 7 teams. Because with 3 tables, you can only have 6 teams playing at a time plus a bye. So if you're interested in any of these events, these divisions, you can register here at tinyurl.com/401new. Spring session is a great time to play because you can qualify for so many things. There's the Northeast Challenge. There's, oh, you know what I haven't even mentioned yet is the Montreal Invitational. That's also a spring event. So we have the Northeast Challenge at Mohegan Sun, the Montreal Invitational in Montreal, the Team Captains Championship in Vegas in August, 8-ball doubles and 9-ball doubles in Vegas in April, Jack and Jill doubles in Vegas in, I want to say August this time, but they do keep switching it. Ladies in August, Masters in August. So a lot of amazing things to qualify for when you play in the spring session, and not just Vegas. Like I said, Northeast Challenge at Mohegan Sun and Montreal Invitational in Montreal. Speaking of the Northeast Challenge, we do have a qualifier coming up. Justin and I are working to hammer out those details. Those will be up to sometime early next week. We had a nice conversation about that this morning, so we'll get a flyer out to you in a couple days. But we will be holding a qualifier the weekend of March 22nd through 24th. It might just be 22-23. It might be 23-24. That's what we're not really sure about yet. And we're just kind of working out, what cost is going to work best for people. And we'll tell you on that flyer, of course, how you can build your teams and what the requirements are for those teams. Just a quick note on patches. If you've watched any of these videos, you already know this, but a reminder, if you need to order patches, you need to use the form, and that form is found at 401apa.com/patches. And it's just a simple Google form, just asks you who you are, what the patch is, and who it's for. And then you can pay using Venmo, or you can send us cash or a check, or you can bring cash if you're going to see us at an event. But you have to fill out the form. You cannot just send the Venmo. We don't look there for patches. We look at the form for patches. And we also, links directly to a spreadsheet. That's how I keep inventory, figure out what the costs are, and so forth. Big thing upcoming this year, we're doing something new with our 8-balls and doubles, or 8-ball and 9-ball doubles qualifiers. We are doing satellites. So we're going to have 3 satellites for each doubles qualifier. So what we're going to do is you choose. You can go to 1, 2, or all 3 in the format. You can go to all 6 if you want. It's $40 per team. And if you qualify, which just means you have to win 3 matches before you lose 2, then you advance to the finals. There will be no extra money, no extra entry fee, that is, at the finals. And then the reason we're doing this is so that we can get more teams involved, give more people more chances to qualify. Maybe you've always been busy on the weekend we've held it, but hopefully one of these 3 weekends will work for you. Stuff like that, and also really just to make sure that there is plenty of travel assistance and spending money for the winning teams, as well as being able to pay out second place. So again, we're running 3 8-ball and 3 9-ball satellite qualifiers. So you can see the dates here. That information is also available online at 401apa.com and in your app. And if you go directly to the registration link, that's tinyurl.com/401SAT for satellite. You can see all of the dates and times there as well. So I'm pretty excited about this, pretty excited to run satellite events. I'm excited to get more teams involved and to see, how in years past we've only been able to give out what the tournament brought in. And sometimes it was like, one 8-ball weekend brought in $3,000, but the 9-ball weekend only brought in like $700. So this way we're able to kind of split those costs up a little more evenly among teams. And just to let you know also, once you've registered, I finally have gotten this updated again. Apologies for how long it took. It's harder than it looks, folks. It's harder than it looks. But right here, if you visit this website, tinyurl.com/401reg, you can see the registrations. So you can make sure that yours went through. And the link to register is at the bottom. So if you thought you registered but it's missing, you can just click right here. And then you can also see at the top how many teams are registered. So right now we have plenty of space open because it's only January 5th and our first event is January 20th, which is more than 2 weeks away. So I do expect all of these to fill up. There's max 32 at Runham and at the Joint, but at Everybody's Tavern and at Kingston Bowl, it's max 16. And once again, I do expect these events to fill up. So get your registration in, at least for that first one, and then you can decide from there, right? Okay, so moving right along, let's get into the meat of today's video. Today we're doing Wednesday night at the Joint. In-house, Double Jeopardy. I'm going to start here with 8-ball. This is a 6-team division, and in a 6-team division, first place goes directly to Tri-Cups, second place a wild card, and that's it. Next session, it looks like we are going to have at least 8 teams, so that'll be exciting because we'll be able to send 3 teams to Tri-Cups instead of only 2. So first we'll go to Tri-Cups, second we'll play a wild card, and third we'll play fourth, but that's not true for this session where we only have 6. First goes directly to Tri-Cups, and second plays wild card. Congratulations to Rocket Times. You guys took 164 points, and you will advance directly to the Tri-Cups. Second place, Pool Junkies. You will play the wild card, which we draw in a moment. As you may or may not know, we do a weighted wild card draw, which means the last place team gets 1 wild card entry, and then the second to last place team gets 2 wild card entries, so on and so forth. So, Fresh at the Joint in third place gets 4 wild card entries. Joint All-Stars in fourth place gets 3 wild card entries. Full Stroke in 5th place gets 2 wildcard entries, and Balls to the Wall in 6th place gets 1 wildcard entry. So we're going to take you over to this race here. I did monsters for you guys. I was trying to find something like jail related, but couldn't really find anything jail related. So I went with monsters and robots. So we always like to shuffle them up so you can see, like, even if there was a way to guess what was going to happen, we can't possibly after you shuffle 3 times. On your mark, get set, roar. And they're off. And it's the Joint as a gorilla in the lead. King Kong, I believe. But there's still 7 seconds left on the clock. Anything can happen. Looks like it's going to stay. Fresh at the Joint. Okay. Fresh at the Joint, the King Kong. You win the 8-ball wild card, which means you will be playing Pool Junkies at a table of, I don't know who chooses your tables. Do you guys choose? I'm not sure. Does Anthony set them up? I don't know. Anyway, you will be playing against Pool Junkies. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm actually going to run right into the, there we go, into the 9-ball division, and then I'll come back for MVPs. So in the 9-ball division, Full Stroke takes first place with 1,240 points. Second place is Balls to the Wall. You will play the wild card, which we will race in a moment. Fresh Out the Joint in third place with 4 wild card entries. Rockin' Times in fourth place with 3 wild card entries. Pool Junkies in fifth place with 2 wild card entries, and the Joint All Stars in sixth place with 1 wild card entry. So let me just check 4, 3, 2, and 1. I did it! Yay! And like I said, we have robots for you today. And I'm gonna shuffle the robots. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffle, 3 shuffle. On your mark, get set, beep boop beep. Boop boop boop. Do 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 do. Okay, I'll stop singing. Alright, so we have Rockin' Times is rolling. Pool Junkies. Pool Junkies, the big yellow Pool Junkies. Big push from Big Yellow Pool Junkies at the end there. Okay, congratulations, Pool Junkies. You will play against Balls to the Wall next Wednesday night. Oopsies. So, Pool Junkies, you will play in 9-ball against Balls to the Wall, and Fresh Out the Joint in 8-ball, you will play against Rockin' Time. Pool Junkies. So Pool Junkies gets to play both times. And let's move on to Zippin. We have, in first place at the end of the session, we have Phil Riggy with 2.5 points per match. You earn a golden ticket, and Melanie Kellett, top female shooter in the division with 1.83 points per match. You each earn a golden ticket, good for free entry into the $500 and singles board added Best of the Best tournament to be held in, I want to say early March, but I don't have that in front of me. We will get this golden ticket out to you in the physical snail mail. Congratulations to the remaining top 10 8-ball players in this division, who will receive an invitation good for a $20 entry into that same tournament. That's Mike Santos, Evan Moreau, Everett Pangman, Ed Valeriana, Frank Collins, Bob Smith, Melissa McDevitt, and Phil Riggy Jr. Oh, that's cute. Phil Riggy number 1 and Phil Riggy Jr. number 10. Way to round it out, Phil Riggies. And let's see how we did in 9-ball. We have at the top here Earl Holland with 13.9 points per match, and Clotilde Casey with 12.3 points per match. You each earn a golden ticket, good for a free entry into the $500 singles board added Best of the Best tournament to be held in early March. Congratulations to the remaining top 10 players who can enter that same tournament for $20. That's Mike Phipps, Lou Zabo, Evan Moreau, John Marland, Ray Enos Jr., Matt Gagnon, Chuck Sampson, and Christina Arsoniadis. Great session, Christina. I have said your name a lot this week. So, quick reminder, everything we've talked about is available at 401apa.com. I'm going to get those flyers up today. Anything I've mentioned today will be up there. And you can also check Facebook and your app. And we're going to be sending out a big email blast soon for all of these upcoming events. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Jason, Walter, John, Brandon, and Anthony. And for all of you who are watching later, thank you. Say bye, Justin.
Bye, Justin.